Our other top health story today, a young Calgary athlete is battling back from a devastating diagnosis. Speed skater Sarah Lang suffers from colitis. She's now the face of a new campaign encouraging others with the disease to speak from the gut.
There's no question Sarah Lang is tough, working out despite a broken leg. She's not one to let obstacles stand in her way.
I'd never finished in an individual event in the top 5, and I did that for the first time after being diagnosed and after being in the hospital that season.
Just over a year ago, at the height of her season, she was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, an inflammatory bowel disease causing abdominal pain and cramping, frequent and bloody bowel movements. She thought she'd never skate again.
Will I ever go back to skating? Will I ever get back to school? Will I ever get out of the hospital?
Lang wound up in intensive care for 5 days. Like many with the disease, she ignored the symptoms for several months.
It sounds like ridiculous reasoning now, but I was scared, obviously, and in denial.
Inflammatory bowel diseases like Crohn's and colitis affect 150,000 Canadians, primarily young people between the ages of 15 and 30. Edmonton Oiler Fernando Pisani went public with his disease last fall. Canada has one of the highest rates in the world, but researchers don't know why.
Canada is a hotbed for inflammatory bowel disease in general, and it's fertile ground for research, but again, we don't know exactly what it is. Is it a genetic factor? Is it something in the environment? Is it a mix between the two?
Lang is encouraging others with colitis to share their inspirational stories on a website with the hopes of developing a support group for young people. She already has a world championship to her name and has her sights set on the Vancouver Olympics, but admits overcoming her disease is more important than the medals.
I'm more proud of achieving success with ulcerative colitis because it's like I had this huge, what I thought was a life-ending obstacle in my way, and I turned it into a winnable challenge. And so
She sure did. Now, because there is no cure, current treatments for colitis can simply manage the symptoms.